Hi there, Becky here from 168 Fitness. Over the past few weeks I've been talking about my personal journey to getting in shape for my sister's wedding, which is at the end of September, where I'll be bridesmaid, and the journey that I'm on to making sure that I'm feeling good, feeling confident in the dress, feeling toned and maintaining my weight or losing a few pounds as and when I need to, and how you can do it as well when you've got holidays coming up, or when you get back from holiday, or after an indulgent weekend, and still be able to live your life and just enjoy that, as well as feeling good as well and achieving your goals. So I've been sharing exactly what I've been doing, because then you know that I'm being authentic, you know I'm giving you my best advice, and then you can follow my lead as well with that. So this week I'm going to continue by giving you an update on kind of where I'm at. In terms of fitness, I'm feeling pretty good. This week I've done some faster running. I'm now increasing my gym workouts, so I'm doing a lot more kind of strength and conditioning / toning exercises, and not just all cardio, which is kind of what I like doing. I love doing cardio in the gym or running, etc. But I know that I need to do some toning exercises as well if I want to make sure that my arms and my legs and my stomach are toned and I'm feeling good for my sister's wedding. So I've upped that now. I'm doing half and half of cardio and conditioning 3 times a week, and then my running's stayed pretty consistent, but I'm feeling pretty good and pretty fit. However, this weekend, or the previous weekend, I did have quite an indulgent weekend, and I started the week feeling quite heavy. I'm feeling good in myself, but I just know that I can do better, and I'm sure a lot of you probably feel that the same on a Monday morning. Not feeling so positive, feeling like you overdid it maybe with the food, or that you drank a bit too much, and just feeling a bit rubbish really. So this week I've made an extra conscious effort with my diet, not doing anything too extreme. I've just made different choices. So for example, for breakfast, my breakfast can range anywhere from sort of 400 to 650 calories, and they would usually be based around sort of oats and porridge, or some kind of like homemade muesli kind of thing. But this week I've made the choice to have the sort of lower calorie option, because then I know I'm saving sort of 250 calories or up to that anyway, each morning, and that does add up. If you're having sort of 250 calories extra each day, that will, if you're not burning it off, it will lead to weight gain. When I have been having the sort of 650 calorie breakfast, it is still part of a calorie controlled kind of diet, and I am still burning it off, and I don't need to worry about that. But when you've had sort of a more indulgent weekend, I always think that for myself, if I opt for some lower calorie options for the next few days or week after that, then it sort of balances itself out. And you'll probably find that when you've eaten a lot more than you would usually at a weekend potentially, or you've been out for dinner or something, you naturally don't get as hungry in the few days afterwards, because your body does store up that energy, and it is there to be used over the next few days. You might not naturally want to eat as much anyway, and then it makes it easier to pick the lower calorie options. So that's what I've been doing, particularly with breakfast. Lunches as well, lower calorie, not been snacking as much. I sort of tend to snack sort of late morning and sort of afternoon as well before my dinner. So I've just kind of reduced those, or had sort of lower calorie snacks, and yeah, just been a bit more conscious of it, because just to tell you why I'm focused on the calories, if you didn't already know, that in order to maintain your weight, you need to make sure that your calories in what you're consuming, your food and your drink that you're consuming, is equal to your energy expenditure, so what you're burning through exercise and activity each day. And if you want to lose weight, then you need to be consuming less or burning more, so that you've got that deficiency, or deficit rather, each day or across the week, really as a whole. So yeah, so the only way to lose weight is to kind of watch your calories, calorie intake, or to make sure that you're burning off more than you're consuming. So that's why you do have to be aware of sort of what calories you're consuming, and a good way of doing that, as I've said many times before is using MyFitnessPal, because as long as you're honest with the sort of quantities you're eating and you're adding everything to it, and the drinks as well, if you're consuming alcoholic drinks or soft drinks that have got calories in, anything other than water basically is going to have calories in. As long as you're adding all that into MyFitnessPal and you're adding your exercise, it will give you that idea of whether or not you are in an energy deficit and going to lose weight or maintain weight or whatever it is that you want to achieve. So that's why I am focused on the calories. I obviously don't want it to take over my life, and it's not doing really. I'm still enjoying food out at the weekend. I tend to have sort of most meals out at a weekend. I'm still drinking alcohol, which I know is not going to help me achieve my goals, but I still want to live my life. I still want to have fun, and as long as I know that I can draw a line under it after the weekend, and I eat healthy, and I get back on track straight away. And when I am in control of my food choices in the week when I'm eating at home, that I'm making the right choices and not overdoing it then as well, because then it's obviously double trouble. But I do like when I go out that I can sort of choose something that I wouldn't usually have at home. So it's getting the balance really. But if you really want to get super focused, if your holiday's within the next few weeks, then I suggest that you try and stop those meals out at the weekend, or the alcohol or whatever it is that you're potentially overdoing it with, because that will be the difference between you feeling really, really good on the beach or wherever you're going, and potentially not doing so. And it can make a big difference, even just in the next few weeks leading up to the start of the summer holidays, just making that conscious effort, small adjustments, like I was saying about the breakfast. So if you can have the slightly lower calorie option, but still enough to keep you satisfied, and it's still a healthy breakfast. There's not too much in it in terms of, like, they're both oat-based breakfasts for me, but one's with lots of nuts and dried fruit, and one is just fresh berries and cacao powder as well. So it makes it just really simple. Yeah, still feel good afterwards, and it's still really healthy. So so making different choices like that. Things like, if you usually have a latte for a drink, for a coffee, try and have the just Americano with milk, and that will save you a good 100, maybe more calories each time. What else could you, like cutting the alcohol out? This week I'm going to say no alcohol. I'm going to a music festival on Sunday, so I may fancy a drink then, but I'm going to limit it to 1 or 2 maximum, because I also don't want to feel rubbish when I start work next week. So yeah, healthier options. Really conscious effort this week to get me back on track, and for you as well, hopefully too. And as long as you're doing that exercise as well, I guarantee that you will get back on track, you will achieve those goals. Just make sure that you're being consistent, making a conscious effort this week and going forward. And yeah, I'm sure we'll all get there and achieve our goals. So have fun this week, and I'll see you next week.